what sounds more like me? A, picking up something that I have never tried before, but just thinking like, how hard can it be? I could do this. Or B, taking on a project that I have to finish in like literal days. If you guess both, you are correct, because today I am attempting to knit and crochet for a full 24 hours. Girl, you already know how this is gonna go, but let's just keep watching. And the thing is, the 24 hours isn't my actual deadline. My deadline is in a couple days because I've added on a new hobby to one of the many hobbies that I have, and I am part of a dance cover team. Now the song that we're doing is Twice's This Is For. Now we're actually filming this Sunday. It is Monday, so it's not that bad, but the actual outfits that they requested were their red outfits, and these outfits are actually knitted. And so of course I got the crazy idea to think I could do it too, because how hard could it be? So initially in my brain I was like, okay, I just gotta like I gotta like just knit. But then my friend was like, oh, I have an actual Centro knitting machine, and she was like, I don't want it, do you want it? And so I was like, yes, I do, girl. So here's my new knitting machine. On top of that, it's like, where am I even gonna put this in my place? Like on top of my head. Girl, my space is small. Okay, everything is Tetris in my house. So the member I am in the choreo is Chewy, and this is her outfit. But I wanted to make something that I actually would wear. So I was thinking about Jihyo's outfit because I really like her shorts. Now I'm making things 10 times more difficult for myself by making shorts.
Shorts.
As you can see, her outfit is pretty revealing in terms of like the stomach area. Like, so I did a little simulation of how the outfit would be and like if I were to dance in it, and immediately I was like, no, that was just too much. It was too much. I either could make like a halter top version, or it was like maybe I could do like a tube top situation. The top I'm still a little bit unsure of, and you know, we can figure it out together. But the shorts are 100%, I'm definitely doing them. So let's head on over to the fabric market and I'll see you in a little bit. Thinking to yourself, Natalie girl, I'm sure you've used this before or have an idea of how to use this, right? Sure, if that makes you feel better. I have looked at so many tutorials on TikTok. Very fortunately, I found this tutorial from the YouTuber Celine Forever. Normally when I've seen tutorials on TikTok to make shorts, essentially you just make 4 panels and then you just attach it at some point, like to make the little like short part, and you just sew it up. So the thing that she didn't like is that you get some weird bunching in the actual crotch area. So how she formatted her pattern was by literally making it the same way that a short sewing pattern is. The thing is, it's not like she gave like exact measurements and like, oh, and this is for like this size and this size. She was just talking about her own experience with the size that fits her and what she was doing. So using the information that I got from that video, I made a whole equation in my head. I tried to figure out some math. Okay, your girl was doing some math. So if this actually works, here is a formula that I use by just using her video. If it doesn't work, I'm not gonna show you anything right here. Now the other way I could have gone about this, and this is what a Google search taught me, was doing like an actual gauge, the same way that you would actually like knit a gauge. Essentially like you knit like kind of like a square. You could use that gauge to then figure out how big your actual pieces are gonna be, or blah 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 and all that stuff. But I was like, you know what, let's do the math route, I guess. First thing, I need waste yarn, they say. Thanks to my friend, she actually had like a bunch of yarn. Looking at her stash, she did have some red and like burgundy kind of things. Most of this video is just gonna be me on my couch. But first they said scrap yarn. Girl, I don't even know how to cast on or anything. I'm gonna go watch a video on that first. Am I already admitting defeat? No. Have I even casted on anything? No. But I am now so hungry. I can do this, Natalie. I can do this. So despite seeing so many tutorials, when it came to the actual casting on, I was so confused. So I'll be linking down below all the videos and everything that helped me figure it out. My friend was like, it's so easy. All you gotta do is just keep turning the little thing. Girl, easy wear. Oh, I think this is more than enough. I'm taking another break. I made a blueberry smoothie and I didn't finish it, so I've just been freezing them and then eating my ice cream. Update, I think I got it. So we're gonna finally go off of this girl's tutorial and start and pray. Our second problem that we ran into is there's some drop stitches that happened. And the next thing is this giant thing is so messy that I'm gonna have to take this apart and Natalie, you chose this. You chose this. This is for all my Natalies who thought they could do everything, but turns out shit is hard and now you're stressing. Clearly, I didn't know that I had to use a yarn winder or make one in my case to get this yarn ready to be actually used. Listen, it was my first time working with such a large skein yarn bundle thing. Anyways, there I am really going through it. I'll link the video that helped me make my little makeshift yarn winder because that was a lifesaver. I'm genuinely so mad. I don't know how this became this and there's no way I'm gonna be able to fix this. I do have another one that I hope isn't going to give me the same problems, but it already kind of seems like it is. Do I want to cry? I do. I'm gonna try with this one. Okay, at this point, I'm still going off of this random equation that I made earlier that was based off of this girl's measurements that she used for her own shorts. But as I continued turning the Cindy machine, it became so apparent that this was not gonna work. So then I had to change my method. But okay, we have this gauge now. So I'm gonna look up on Google and see again what this gauge means, if I could figure out my pattern that way. The amount of math I had to do throughout this whole process was so much. Like, I made so many different equations. I did so many different gauges, as we will see later on. Well, maybe we might not see because I probably didn't film it. But yeah, let's just keep going. I feel so silly right now. And I have yet to make anything. Well, I made a gauge, so. So I just did the math, and this makes so much more sense than what Here was my initial math and pattern. Girl, I was so worried that the back panel pieces weren't going to be big enough for my butt, so I made just the back pieces a bit bigger. A mistake, though, I wouldn't see until much later was that if I was going to do that, then I should have subtracted from the front pieces to even it out. By just adding additional stitches to the back, I ended up making my final garment bigger than my measurements. Took out Albie, came back, tried to do this, and I failed like 3 times, but we are back to where I initially was. And now we're gonna finally do the decrease. Ooh, I'm excited. Of course, things can't go well. I dropped some stitches and something else happened that I have no idea how to fix, so sucks. Start all over again now. We're back. Again, let's try to do these decreases. Please, God. Please, God. Okay, I think I did a decrease. There's 2 ways to do decreases. The way the girl did it in the video was a faster option. However, I found later on that this type of decrease made it really hard to sew the panels together with a mattress stitch. Turns out that I actually decreased it a little bit too much. I was following the girl and I forgot about the numbers that I needed. So since that happened, I'm just gonna keep on going. Basically try to make the first panel and just see how that fits on me and the length of it. Let's see if we're on like the right path. If not, girl. Granted, this is smaller than what I was going for. Ooh, cute, 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 cute. Do we see it? Do we see it? And then, ah, exciting. Oh, for all my ladies, wow. Now I just gotta redo all of this because this is wrong. But whatever, we did it. We can see that we can do it, and that's the most important thing. Wow, still haven't made progress on the actual project I need to do. It's 10 o'clock now. I'm gonna work on this for 1 more hour and then I'm gonna clean up that big pile of yarn there. I hope that this yarn is enough for the shorts and even the top, and maybe the lady was just telling me because I told her like what I wanted to do, and hopefully she was like, you know what, why don't I just sell her another one? I'm just saying this so I remember. This is a pattern that I was using before, and this was a pattern that I was currently using at this moment. I wanted the sides to be more cinched in, so I was making the decreases on the hips. Tell me how everything was going smoothly until I tried to do a decrease on the side and I messed up something. I tried to fix it, did not work. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm still going at it. Yeah, I'm very determined now. Like, I want to finish 1 panel before I go to sleep. Yeah, girl, I've been Goldilocks. I was like, this too small, this too big. And now I'm going in the original plan that I had. And hopefully now 2 a.m. and I think I got a panel done. We're gonna add in the I tried to do a decrease on this side because for my hip rather than my butt, that looks wonky, and this was a great little first try. Good morning. Today's a new day. I have to leave my place in like an hour and a half because I have a skin appointment. I started already on a whole new panel. This is the one that we're gonna say she and no, but I just want to keep her here for reference to see like just the difference and everything. I really feel like the past 24 hours doesn't really count because it's not like I was knitting and crocheting for 24 hours. I mean, technically yes, but also no because I didn't make anything. So we're gonna start counting it now, even though I have to leave in an hour and then have to come back. But when I come back, I'm gonna continue. Here we go, hour one. Like, don't say it's attention, cause girl, I don't know why this. Oh my god. Okay, so we got to our 54 that we needed. Now I'm doing the waist yarn, and of course I have some slip stitches right at the end. Well, tuck stitches, I don't even know, but go with it. Okay, so we have like our actual panel. So I need to block it. Never done that before. The decrease that I did on this side, instead of like doing it so drastic, I did a decrease and I stitched it, and then I did another decrease and I stitched it. Did some rows, I should say, so that it's a lot more like this rather than like so jarring. I gotta get ready. Glad that I was able to get one panel done. Boom, boom, boom. Success. I realize I've been like this for hours and I'm like, oh, let's not get that papada back. You know, finally crocheting this piece together. Well, I thought I was doing so well. I was like, wow, I'm just fucking just doing it. And then I realized I just did the same leg. I'm hoping that I'm gonna finish 2 more panels today. It is currently 7:15. Maybe not. We got another panel done. Granted, we messed up literally right at the last stitch, but I feel like I can figure this out quickly. Well, I most certainly learned a lesson in how to block. I've never done that before, and for the first one I don't think I did it all that well. So for this one I was like, oh, let me make sure to really stretch it out, without really realizing, oh, when you do that, like that is gonna be how your piece is gonna be. And I made mine too long. I wanted it to be about 10 inches because I want this to be more like shorts, like at my hips, but it's at 12 inches. And girl, am I gonna have to redo a whole other panel? Do I have 3 panels now? Yeah, it's quite unfortunate, but what can you do? I'm gonna have to redo that panel because I need it to be more wide than long. I don't know why I didn't think that, but like I just wasn't thinking. I had to start, restart so many freaking times, it's not even funny. But as I kept messing up, I think I got faster and overall got to understand the machine better. When I sew, my place gets super messy. I'm just knitting. I am sitting on my couch doing this stuff and my space is a mess. So I'm gonna clean up right now. Also, I attempted to make bread last night and I already knew I made the thingy too watery. But we're gonna try because I really miss eating bread. Today I'm definitely finishing the other 2 panels. I actually did like a little test run and I just put the 2 panels that I made together, which is the front and back panel, and it actually fits. So I'm really happy about that. Is this good? I feel like we're gonna cut this open and it's gonna be raw inside. Aye. Yeah, she doughy as fork. Damn. Is it okay if I eat this? Because the crust is crunchy.
do. Also has this tie, which I feel like you can use. And also the way the straps hang on this is not really comfortable because I can try it on. Still really cute, and I have an idea how I want to style this. And it was $3.90. Mocha brown halter top and this very stretchy.
All right, so I'm starting the right side. Wait a minute, girl. Did I almost mess this up? Hold on. Here we go. At this point, I was still using the tension on the medium setting, and I don't know why this kept happening. This machine did have a couple screws that were loose, and I would tighten them, but they would get loose again. I still think it's just a yarn thickness, but if anyone has any insight, please let a girl know. Yeah. I finished my last panel, and now I just realized I did it wrong. It's supposed to decrease on the opposite side, but it ended up decreasing in this place, so I don't really know how that's gonna work. I really don't want to redo this again. Hope for the best. We got our last panel. I'm not with the done. I'm not done with the shorts just yet. I want to create like a little waistband thing a la how she has it. So figuring out the math now. I did make a little gauge, as you just saw. I'm debating on whether I should add in some like leg warmer things a la Chewy's outfit, and definitely some fingerless gloves kind of situation a la Chewy. I don't know, but I'm just testing it out. I also have to figure out what I want for the top. What do I want? Also random, back to my bread saga. This actually came out good. I just had to cook it, toast it, whatever, at 140. Now the really bad thing about making bread is I use 3 cups of flour. I will eat all of that today, right now. I want to so badly, and it's crunchy. I gotta put it away. I finished the back panels, and this feels like it's big. It better fit fine. I really just want to match or stitch all of them and then try it on and see how it fits. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about is the waist size. I think I had made it like to my actual like hip measurement. I don't know if it's gonna be able to go past my butt. When I was making the last 2 panels, instead I was making it go in, so I just made it go regular, like straight. So I'm hoping that that'll work out. Okay, so I've honestly should have trusted the knitting gauge, because when I blocked it, I guess I blocked it a little bit too big. Instead of like, I stretched it out instead of just like putting it where it was. She's like this. On top of that, I was so worried about this part of not being able to fit over my hips after I did my bubble skirt, but I forgot like this is like this, so this should be, yeah, had I taken it in more, like this wouldn't be so drastic, but yeah, this is gonna be a little bit big, which kind of sucks. And they're also a little bit too long. So do I redo this whole thing? I am going to redo it because this is just too big. Instead of stretched it, I should have just kept it at what it was. It is 7 o'clock. Can I finish 4 panels before 12? Okay, so I actually finished the panel in an hour. I had some little hiccup. I could have finished it in less than an hour. Progress! Maybe I could finish 4 panels. Hey, I guess I'll check in. Let's see every hour if I finish a panel. Ooh, checking in. Another panel done. Okay, so I've gotten it down to an hour. All right, let's do a recap. Last night I finished all of my panels. I did mess up on the first 2. I essentially made like 4 back panels. So we're gonna put this together. Do you want to see it? No, you don't. You just want to see it, how it's all together. Okay, so update. I hope you can see they are too big. This is too big. I will be redoing these shorts for a 3rd time. Everybody. Unfortunately, one of the girlies in the dance team, she thinks she got COVID, so we have to postpone the filming. Because let me tell you, I finished the shorts. However, they're still a little bit too big, and I was gonna say like, you know what, that's fine. I could deal with it. I'll live with it. I'm very happy. I'm really happy that this got pushed back because I have so many things that I have to get done. But I was like, I need to do this first. But now I'm gonna redo this for like the 100th and 10th time. But I'm gonna put the shorts on the back burner because I just need to rest from this. So I'm gonna attempt the top now. These were the ideas that I had for the top. Now my friends are saying that the halter one looked the cutest. But anyways, yeah, so we're gonna attempt this. This is my math that I'm gonna do. So let's see if it works. You do not know. I mean, you do know, but you also do not know how many motherfucking times I've tried to make this stuff. Honestly, at this point, I truly should have just actually knitted the things instead of using this machine, because using this machine is like, no, this is just like constant, like, okay, we're good. No, actually, okay, we're good. No, actually. So I thought I finished the top. Let me show you. But like, honestly, as I keep looking at it, I'm like, this does not look cute. Redo this again. It's already been redone. This has already been redone. For the shorts, I told myself, you know what, Natalie? Screw this machine. We're gonna go and actually just knit these shorts because filming has been pushed back until the 31st. But so there I was starting to make my gauge. I literally bought a pattern to make these shorts, and the shorts look really cute and everything. And I started doing this, and then I looked at myself and was like, Natalie, are you literally going to knit these shorts? Like, for as much as you say like this takes forever, this is also going to take forever. And I have tried so much different like math and like the thing, and the gauge was off because so many different things anyways. So I have yet again tried new math, new patterns, a new way of making something. So this is going to be my last ditch effort to make this work. And if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna just cry and do it this way. The other thing is, according to this pattern, it says not to use 100% acrylic yarn. I'm guessing that it is acrylic, hence why it was also cheaper. If I'm gonna invest so much time making these shorts, but then they're already gonna kind of get a little bit like, they're not gonna be like super cuties or anything, why don't I instead just make these shorts that I just really need for this filming, make it in this way, and hopefully make it good enough that it'll look good for the dance, and then I can continue on with my life. We're gonna try one more time. After the almost final pair of shorts I showed y'all already, the middle where the crotch and the back seam was pretty low, creating this like V shape. So I thought I could crochet on that crotch area and the back area to make up for that low space. It seemed to be working, but after reading what acrylic yarn meant for shorts in that Loopy Studio patterns, it made me realize why I was having fit issues, because after completing those shorts, I wore them around the house for a couple hours and they got super loose and it lost its shape. Just like how different fabrics stretch and move, it's the same with yarn, and that's something I wish I could have done my research on, but I didn't. But we just continued working with what we got. So in order to combat this, here is a pattern I went with. Instead of decreasing on the sides where the hips are, I decreased my stitches in the crotch in the back seam area. I did also add in like 1 or 2 decreases on the hip seams as well, but the biggest decrease was definitely the crotch and back seams. And this was working, but it was a matter of making the whole thing, trying it on, seeing if it worked, and if it didn't, I would have to make further adjustments until I found that perfect fit. So it was another long process, and I just told myself, okay, Natalie, this one is going to be the last one. Okay, it's on. If I could finish 3 of these panels, and I got it down from like 24 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour to 40 minutes. Let's see if I could finish them in 4 hours. This is kind of crazy. It takes an hour to do that, but then again, like if you're knitting it, it takes like forever. Second panel done. Third piece is done. We're gonna get to the 4th piece. And normally what I do is I go ahead and block each one by one, but I'm just gonna finish all 4 pieces, do a basting stitch, and try them on and see how they fit. I'm gonna pray that it works. I don't know if you remember that giant ball of yarn that got all tangled. Well, I have finally detangled everything. I had to detangle it in 2 parts, and before I could start on the 4th panel, I was like, let me detangle this because I'm going to need more. I think it might be like 12 o'clock already, but she's done. So another thing to note is that when I would try to reuse the yarn from the pieces I already made, because they already had been blocked and everything, when I would reuse that yarn, the piece would look really wonky because I'm making it with yarn that has the shape of uncooked noodles. Yeah, so I had no other choice but to detangle that giant mess of yarn. Oh my god, I have learned my lesson. 4th panel is done. Gonna do that basting stitch. We're gonna try them on. Please. Moment of truth. If this fits. Finally did it. I finally did it. Math. The front is a little blur, but we'll get over it. But oh my god. Here has been some of the trial runs of the shorts. Way too wide. Those with blocking and everything. I think this was the front panel to that back panel. So way too wide and super boxy. And then when I would actually put it on, this part would go down so much. We're gonna reuse this yarn though. Alright, so I just used the tube setting. I'm gonna see how this fits on my body because it doesn't fit right. What I did with that was that I made 1, 2, 3 panels, but trying to match up my bust with my back and my waist and the underbust and all that stuff was like a little bit harder, and I want this to look more fitted. See how this fits on me right now. I wanted to make sure that this was going to be able to be here and down here because the shorts are kind of like maybe here, and how the top was fitting me beforehand was at this place, and I don't know, I felt like it made me look like not so cute. So I want something that hits me a little bit lower. I think this is good. So the tube setting is good. Random update, but after my last vlog that I posted up, and I was like, I always see the anime Haikyuu everywhere. I don't know if I should give it a try. And so many people in the comments were like, you should definitely try it. Girl, I'm on the last episode, the first season, and I just started yesterday. I got sucked in. I really like it. It's an easy watch, and it's not like a background show, but it can be a background show if I need it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I could lock in when I need to, and then the rest I'm just like, all right, this is the game plan. So I'm gonna make 2 big panels to go around my bust and then connect it in the front so then I can make that little keyhole. And then I'm gonna use the tube setting to make the bottom half of it. And then the other things that I wanna make, that we got some leg warmers. We all got matching leg warmers, but the leg warmers are way too small. I think it just looks really silly, especially with the shoes that I have on. I'm wondering if maybe I can make a thicker ribbing panel and then attach it to the leg warmer, so instead of it looking more so like socks, it's a little bit fuller at the bottom. Let's start on the top. Oh my god, I totally forgot that the Slation Royale is happening. Ah, Drag Race Philippines. The Filipino girls are gonna fucking bring it.
Rip that hair, please.
I've done one panel. Now we're gonna make another one. Boom. Put these 2 together. This is so tight on me. I use a 4mm hook, so I'm gonna switch it up to the 6mm one to see if I could get any more give. This is fitting so much better than that first one that I had. One little thing is I wish this wasn't like this, so I'm thinking maybe I could add in some type of elastic in the back. I'm so happy with how this looks like, so yay! Okay, so I'm gonna finally do the hem here. I'm gonna add in the little halter piece, and then it's gonna be time for the accessories. Aw, Alvy. Come on. Alrighty. Look at that pata out. The top, I know I said was done, but she's not done because I did a test run of dancing in it. The back kind of fell. I need to make some tweaks. I think I'll just also do that really off camera. But next is I want to make these little like hand arm warmer, leg warmer situation. I'm gonna go with the vibe right now. We're gonna do a little test run and we're just gonna try it out. That hand warmer thing, I'm just thinking of making a couple stitches, making it really long, and then you just have to add in some cords or whatever, straps, and then just tie it together, and then you get like your little thingy. Well, here we are yet again. The performance is on Sunday. Today's already Thursday and I need to still do the top and the accessories. Yeah, so I'm gonna remake the top because the bust part is too big on me, and I did a test run of like a little dance test run and this was falling off, so I wanted to be tighter. The actual body part of it is really tight on me, which feels nice. Beforehand, I did 45 stitches per panel on the top. Now I'm gonna be doing 30 stitches, so I definitely want it to be tighter on me. We're gonna try it out. I don't know, do we do 30? Before beforehand we did 45 and it was too big. Taking out 15 stitches. So I feel like 30 should be good. We hope and we pray. So you're not gonna see this because there's really no point. I'll see you after I do this. I've been in a From Carly B binge right now, and I want to issue an apology to my viewers because she looks so cute when she's sewing and she's doing her things. I look like a hot mess when I'm doing my stuff. I'm like, damn, yo, maybe they'd be thinking like, she don't even care. She's fine to look that messed up on her own channel. Yes, I am. I feel comfortable enough to just show me as just me. So I thought I would put on an actual shirt. Thing is, I have to take things on and off, and that to me honestly is just, I'm just like, this is me trying. Granted, this is at the end of the video, so you basically have seen me with the same shirt probably the whole time, right? And they say it's the end of the video, but we're not actually done. I'd say towards the end of the video because I'm hoping to be done. I also am feeling really good, maybe because the sun is out and I am powered by the sun, but I'm feeling very optimistic. With that said, I've had to redo my tube top panel 4 times already. I wanted to make it smaller so then it, oh, the sun's gone. I wanted to make this smaller so then it wouldn't droop down. I fear I may have made it too small, but I'm just gonna make the other side panel, you know, obviously it's gonna stretch. I don't know by how much, and I don't know if it's gonna look so bad. This one, like when I put this on, like I don't need to put any kind of like lining or anything because it hides it quite well. However, this might be a little bit too much that I might have to put in a lining, which is okay because I did buy fabric for that in the beginning anyways. So I'm here working on the second panel. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna put it together. I'm gonna try it on. If all goes well, I'll be very happy. Sun is back. Woo! If I've had to do this already 4 times, this is already the 6th time. But we continuing, we going, and we are persevering. Boys Planet got me. I already knew my very, very boys was gonna get me. Tears.
그러면 안 되는데 어떤 생각들이나 올라와서 그런 것들 때문에 울컥을 했던 것
Oh, he got choked up. I understand. Oh, I hope he survives. Such a good vocalist. What the hell? This looks tiny. Like. She actually fits, but we're getting major under boob. Now, granted, there is gonna be the panel underneath. I mean, I like that. At least this, you know, here, which is nice because the problem that I've been getting, the back ends up being too loose and it ends up falling. And then I have to bring this up with a thing. And so we even get more boob. Oh my God, I finally. I finally managed to put these 2 pieces together because it's so hard because this I just used the tube and it's only 48 stitches. Now my body fits in it, but then I don't know why, like I've used so many different bind off or cast off, the stretchy one, the like I knitted it, like I'll show all the resources that I use. For whatever reason, it doesn't get stretchy enough, but then I get it like to a point where it's like, okay, like this is like all right. And then the next problem is putting the panels together. That ends up being a whole fucking thing. If anyone has any idea of like how do you piece panels together and keep it like really stretchy, please let me know. I used the back loop method. I used the regular like slip stitch method. I used a double crochet, but I didn't know if that like even helped or anything. What I ended up doing is like the slip stitch or whatever, but I made it super freaking loose. Like at first I thought I was doing it like loose enough, like no, like loose that it looks like you're doing it wrong essentially. So I made each stitch so loose so that when I actually put it on, like it fits fine. The other thing is that this bottom piece and this top panel piece are 2 different sizes, stitch amounts. So I've had to like not increase but do or crochet into a stitch like additionally, so I can use up all of the stitches. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, oh my god, I'm so happy finally. I mean, part of me honestly feels like the shirt is a little bit too short, and the only reason why I say that is because this thing keeps coming up. Very happy with how it looks. I'm gonna finally add in the straps. I did a really quick test run of like dancing in it, and the back again is still falling, so what I'm gonna do is the same halter strap situation that I did for this top. So essentially I'm going to connect one to one side in the back, connect the other one to the other side. I really wanted it to be like a halter top. At least then this will be held up and I'm not going to feel like this is going down or anything while I'm dancing. And then I got to get started on the accessory parts, which is like this maroon burgundy thing that's on the side of the shorts. I feel like that should be... I'm not gonna say that. I gotta do that. And the other thing is I want to see, I don't know if I'm gonna do the leg thing because my legs are short, and also because if I was wearing a skirt, maybe I would have done it, but because I'm wearing shorts, I don't know if it's gonna look good. And on top of that, my legs are short anyways. So instead, we're gonna do her little arm crochet situation. If I have time, I might do like a little fingerless glove situation. And then I do have the leg warmers, and I did want to add additionally onto it because I feel like it looks so funny because it's so tight, and I'm wearing my rain boots, so like my wedge rain boots, so it makes my feet look like this tiny, so it makes it even tinier. So it's like, here's my body with my tiny little feet, so I need to add some kind of volume on the bottom. So I'm hoping to make the leg warmers and turn them into like more chunky ones. Anyways, girl, it's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Can we finish everything in 6 hours? I'm giving myself by 12. I also have to finish editing a video today. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I believe. I believe. I gotta take out Albie first though. Albie, downstairs. Let's go outside. Pee-pee time. He's like, girl. Okay, it's now 7:31. I finally got to the straps part because I take out Albie. But this is the part where I'm like, I wish I had a partner just so I can get some fucking help. This is hard to do by yourself. On top of that, it's not even like, oh, just measure it and then cut it, because the I cord stretches. So I'm doing the best I can. The other worst thing about it is I'm so sweaty because I just walked Albie. I gotta keep putting this on and off, and I'm just like, I'm just wearing my bra. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. It's gotten to that point where we down to the, oh my god, I have in less than an hour because I forgot that I actually booked an eyelash appointment today. So okay, so for the top I wanted to do like a crisscross halter thing so that it would like stay up, but that's just taking forever, and I think because I don't have someone with me and trying to get the fit correct is going to be a little bit hard. Also, I did a dance test run and like it worked, but not like super great. Towards the end, that's when I could really feel this was going down anyways, and we don't want that. So we're just going to go ahead and pivot and just make just like the like a tie situation in the back. I just got to make sure that the tie is really tight because we don't want any, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get started on the accessories. First is this like band thing that's around. Actually, no, I'm gonna start with I want to do the arm thing first. I want to see how that works. But anyways, I'll see you after that. Time has passed since then. Let's break down what exactly happened. And I went to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning that day. I had to wake up at 7 because I had to get ready and leave my house by 8:30. Then I decided, oh, I'm gonna like block my stuff because I didn't even get to block any of it. I was ironing that stuff, took out Albie. I don't even think I had breakfast that day. I got in a taxi because if I was gonna take the subway, it was gonna take like an hour and some change, or I could take like a 30-minute taxi. I was like, girl, let's just do that. Got in a taxi. I'm doing my makeup in the taxi. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. We're like maybe halfway there. And I was like, okay, now I got to crochet that like waistband to the shorts because I hadn't even finished that because I didn't even get to finish all these things I needed to finish. Bitch, I left my shorts. I left my shorts at home because when I was ironing it, I left it on the freaking thing. So I had to tell the taxi driver, I was like, you got to go back. We went back to go get it. I was late like 45 minutes, but they're like, it's okay, Natalie. Like, you know, like things happen. And I was just like, oh my God. But okay, that was the thing. We were sweating so freaking much. It was so fucking hot. Like at the end of the shooting, which took like 3 hours or so, when taking off all this stuff, like my underwear was drenched, I was drenched, my boob tape fell off, okay, and that thing is like stuck to your body, but this thing just like fell off, and I was like, oh my God, like we sweated so much, like it's crazy because the sun was beating down on us, the humidity, it was the end of August, like literally the last day of August, and we were also hot and everything. In terms of the things that I wish I could have done better, picking the appropriate like yarn for what I'm doing, I didn't know any of those things, but now I know, and I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Just so many things that I really had to learn. Like I don't know if it was like the Centro knitting machine that like made it so much more difficult, or would have had the same problems had I just knitted it by myself. Using the Centro machine, like one thing I will definitely take away from this is like, if you want to create something that actually molds to your body, something that needs like curves, I would say something like a very fitted top, or I don't know, maybe in the top you kind of get away with, but I would say like for sure like shorts, pants, something like that, like the Centro knitting machine is just not it, because when it has to deal with something that's going to be curving around your body and all that stuff, there's so much to figure out, and even at that sometimes it might be off because of how things can stretch and whatnot. I suggest like if you're gonna get a central knitting machine, use it for something that doesn't really have like shape, or something that can be oversized, something that doesn't have to be your exact measurements, but if you're looking for something that needs to fit you like just right, I feel like the knitting machine is not it. Difficult it was for me to make these shorts. Maybe you're way better at this than I am, but for me, I'm like I'm gonna make like an oversized sweater, I can make like a scarf. Girl, this video was so chaotic because there were so many things of like, yeah, I got this, like, oh, I could do this, like the fact that I thought I could do this in a couple days, but then I was like, I'm gonna give myself a week because, you know, I'm gonna give myself some nice cushion. Girl, no, absolutely not. I mean, like the fact that it got postponed, like honestly, I was like, oh my god, thank God, because there's no way I would have been able to finish everything that I did finish. I mean, freaking knit a whole outfit in acrylic yarn to dance under what, 32-degree weather and everything, but I think I look absolutely amazing. The cover came out so freaking fun, so cute, so good. As my first time doing anything of that, dancing and knitting a whole outfit, I'm really proud of myself. And I guess that's the most important thing, the fact that I looked cute, the video looked nice, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course there's some things I wish I could have changed, but I learned a whole lot with this, knitting wise. Finally gonna show you the whole completed look. Now in the B-roll, I'm not actually wearing the arm stuff because I can't tighten it by myself. I need someone else to do that, so you're just gonna see a lot of the footage of the dance cover basically. But anyways, thank you so much for joining along with me in this very chaotic long video, but I hope you found it interesting. I hope you'd enjoyed it. I hope it made you laugh. I hope you like the outfit as much as I do. Girl, I better love it. I better love it with my whole chest, because it took all of me. It took all of me to get this done. Okay. Ciao.